What's going on, guys? This is the Centrepreneur here today with a new video. Today I wanted to bring to you what I would consider the top 5 underrated designer fragrances that I've smelled, of course. So, like I was saying, these are all underrated in my opinion. They're so good, but for whatever reason, they just don't get the attention that I think they deserve, and I wanted to hopefully get their names out there a little more, maybe give you an idea of some new stuff to check out. You will have heard of some of these, I'm sure, but, you know, some of them I just think deserve so much more attention than they get. They're really A1 fragrances that should be getting the spotlight and don't for whatever reason. Guys, there'll also be a couple honorable mentions in the description if that interests you, and maybe a little sentence just about why they only made honorable mention, but I still think they deserve your attention, definitely. Anyway, guys, into the list. At number 5, we've got what I think was my #1 cheap fragrance from this list I did a long time ago. This is from Yves de Sistel. I talk about it all the time, and it's Thallium. So, Thallium is like a sweet candied fruit fragrance. Really, I don't understand why this doesn't get more talk. This isn't a complete unknown like some, about 2 of these that I'm going to mention, but really, I don't know why this doesn't get more talk. It's cheap, it gets compliments, it gets really good reactions from women, in particular women around my age. I'm 23, by the way, but I don't understand why. It's an amazing date fragrance, it works in the club, it's very, very sweet. It's probably not for the fragrance purist, but it's a great fragrance. And especially with this trend of talking about like all these fragrances that get killer reactions from women, I don't understand why Thallium doesn't get brought up more, because honestly, it does the job, and not just for me. Moving on to the number 4 spot, guys, we've got one that, again, you probably know it, but it might not be getting your attention like it should. It is from Bulgari at number 4, and it is Black, the hockey puck. So, Bulgari Black, it's a very sophisticated leather and vanilla fragrance. Like I said, I don't know why it doesn't get more attention. It seems like everybody knows this one, but few people actually mention it. It's definitely a more grown-up, more sophisticated, more classy, more dressy fragrance than Thallium, but it still is really, really good. It's really, really cheap, and honestly, it's really well done. It's pushing, if not is, niche quality for a very, very cheap price. Original bottle, great fragrance, and I'm like, totally deserving of number 4, guys. Check out Bulgari Black if you haven't already. So at number 3, this is probably the most well-known fragrance I'm going to talk about today, but frankly, I think it deserves a lot more attention than it gets, especially like I've talked about previously in this world of date fragrances and trying to find the ultimate sexy date fragrance. And at number 3, underrated fragrances from the designer world, guys, we've got Tom Ford Noir Extreme. So, like I said, everybody knows this one, but it really doesn't get the credit it deserves. It's a dark, spicy chocolate, woody and vanilla, and I still haven't had Kulfi, but I mean, if it tastes like this, then it must be delicious. So, this, I don't understand why this doesn't get more attention, because frankly, this gets a lot of compliments, and not from dudes, from women. This is heavily complimented from women. It smells very, very delicious. And like I said, chocolate to the extreme. It's like the name. Anyway, very chocolatey, very delicious. Lots of compliments from women. Amazing date fragrance. The only really thing I can think of why it's not more talked about is because of the price tag. This one is expensive for a designer, guys, but this is one of those fragrances where the quality it's so there for what you pay. This is what you get, completely worth the money. Amazing date fragrance, amazing dark, cold weather scent. I'm wearing it this fall. Great stuff. Although it is better for winter, highly recommend Tom Ford Noir Extreme at number 3, guys. So at number 2 is the only one that I don't own a bottle of on this list, guys. The reason I don't own a bottle of it is because I found a niche fragrance that just does what this does, except a little bit better. This one is from Maison Margiela, and it is Jazz Club. So, man, Jazz, it's so good. I still want a bottle. The niche fragrance I was referring to is Penhaligon's Roaring Radcliffe. There will be a review on that one very shortly. So Jazz Club, what you're gonna get is like rum, tobacco, I think a little bit of vanilla, and like a cologne vibe. It's kind of tropical. It's so sexy. It's so good. Like, this is another one. Thallium, Noir Extreme, Jazz Club. Those three get such unbelievable compliments from women. And like, I don't understand why they don't get more talk. Jazz Club, it's so good. It's so wearable. It's like amazing for dates. It's a very, very good gentleman's fragrance, guys. It's very fitting for the name. I don't know why it doesn't get more talk, honestly. Again, the quality's there. The only knock you could have against Jazz Club is the performance is not great. But all the same, amazing stuff, guys, and totally, totally underappreciated, in my opinion. Margiela Jazz Club at number 2. So those are all some heavy, heavy, heavy hitters so far. What made it to number 1? Well, I'll tell you this right now. It's not the sexiest fragrance on this list. It's not the most complimented fragrance on this list. What it is the highest quality fragrance on this list. It's the spiciest fragrance on this list. And it's definitely the most slept on fragrance on this list. It is from Costume National, and it's Homme. So, Costume National Homme, it's so, so amazing. I don't know why this doesn't get talked about more. It's spicy, but it's fresh at the same time. It's very similar to Viktor and Rolf Spice Bomb. Difference is this is fresher, more easy to wear. In my opinion, it's a little more classy, less playful. Oh yeah, definitely less immature than Spice Bomb. Better performer than Spice Bomb. All day, 24-hour longevity out of this stuff. I got a sample of this 2 years ago, and I just remember as soon as I smelt it, I was like, yeah, I want a bottle. And then I forgot I had it until this year, and man, fell in love again. It's so good. This is one that doesn't get talked about at all, really. I've seen like one reviewer mention this fragrance, and maybe 2 talk about the Costume National brand. I don't know why. This is amazing. If you're especially more into the spicy fragrances, if you're into quality, artful fragrances, check it out. It's so, so good. Costume National Homme. So guys, this has been my list of top 5 underappreciated designer fragrances. Let me know down in the comments, what'd you think of my list? What wouldn't have made it? What would make yours? Also, don't forget to check out my honorable mentions in the description, because the one you're thinking of might be in there, and I just couldn't include it on this video. Maybe I didn't have enough time with it. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Guys, this has been The Scentropreneur. If you enjoyed this particular video, I encourage you, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's new content coming out all the time. Fragrance top lists, reviews, first impressions, unboxings, hauls, seasonal videos, the works. Also, guys, if you had fun watching this video, please toss me a thumbs up down below. That would be amazing as well. If seeing more content from me appeals to you, I would encourage you to add me on Snapchat. My name is in the description. Guys, I hope you get a chance to check out some of these, and maybe we can help bring some attention to these, in my opinion, highly, highly, highly underrated designer fragrances, guys. Have an awesome day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great one.